Welcome to Wisdom for Living broadcast with Feyi Adesanya, a program designed to equip you with insights for quality living from the scriptures. Sit back and relax as Pastor Feyi shares a timely message with you today.
It's your darling program again, Wisdom for Living. My name remains Feyi Adesanya. We've been talking about doing a lot with a little. And last time I talked about dividing the big thing you have to do, that big vision, into small pieces and components that you can immediately begin to work on. Don't wait till you have all the resources that you need to cater for that big vision. Just divide it into small segments. Take one bit of it that you can work on and then begin to work on that. As you do, you'll be able to progress from there to do more in that vision. I remember quoting this saying last time, that there's only one way to eat an elephant. It is eating it bit by bit. Before you know it, you find that you've eaten the entire elephant. When you are trying to eat the whole elephant at a time, you find out that you soon get overwhelmed. In fact, looking at the elephant itself will discourage you. When you cut it to one piece of meat today, you take another one tomorrow, and next tomorrow you take another one. Before you know it, you have eaten a whole elephant. Let me move on from there, still talking about how Jesus fed 5 loaves and 2 fishes to 5,000 people, doing a lot with a little. I want to point out second thing from that, how Jesus distributed that bread. You notice that he distributed it first to the group of his disciples, then they now distributed it to the 5,000. My point here is this, that he shared it first, that is Jesus, to those who love him and believed in him. He leveraged on his relationship with them. So if you are going to maximize your resources, you need people. You need quality relationships. Oh, I've heard people say, well, you don't need anybody. Oh, all you need is God. I often laugh, because it's people who don't know God who say such things. If you know God, you will know you need people. Not because people are replacement for God, but you soon find out that God often helps people with people. You understand that? Even when Jesus was coming to save us, he still had to come as a man. So it is ignorance to say that you don't need any man. You need man. You allow God to choose the men to assist you, but to say that you don't need any man, that would be pride. That would be pride. So we need people. We need quality relationships. What I've discovered is that if you lack anything in resources, you can actually make up for that lack in relationships. And this is why it's very important that we keep in and around our life quality relationships. In fact, people can open their resources up to you on the strength of your relationship with them. In business, there's what is called OPM, other people's money. Many of the great men you know today, rich men you know today, they are not rich because all the money they have, all the money they are able to use is theirs. They are rich because they have quality relationship that allows them and affords them the opportunity of harnessing other people's resources to work on the vision that they have at hand. And that's very powerful, and it's available to every one of us. People can open up their resources to you if they trust you. If they trust you. So what that means is that the less quality relationships you have, the more resources you will need to get things done. Let me say that again. The less quality relationships you have, the more resources you will need to get things done. So you can't do much without the help and input of others. If Jesus needed people, you certainly will need to. So don't trivialize relationships. Men are God's best method of intervening in our affairs. A miracle can be stalled if you don't have quality relationship with people around you. A case in point is the story of the prophet's widow in 2 Kings chapter 4 verse 1 to 7. I've made reference to that before. That woman had just a jar of oil, and God was ready to multiply it, but yet she needed people, because God was going to multiply with as many vessels that she could get. So she had to go and borrow vessels from her neighbors, which means that if she did not have good relationship with her neighbors, she will be limited in the amount of vessels that she could get. Which also means that if she has very fantastic relationship with everybody in the city, and that they could easily lend her their empty vessels, it will mean that she will have more oil. Which means that the amount of the miracle she was able to get from God was not so much dependent on God himself, but also on the amount of relationships she had in and around her life. So you see how relationship can even stall or help the miracle God wants to give you, right? So the huge task you have to undertake with little resources, what you do is this: like Jesus did, share that burden with a few people close to you first. Their buy-in will help you a great deal. If Jesus had tried to share the 5 loaves and 2 fishes to the 5,000 people, it would have been problem. They would have said, "What are you trying to do?" They would have discouraged him. They would not have believed him enough to get the job done. So he called his 12 disciples who believed in him, who loved him, and shared with them. They did not complain. They trusted him, and they moved on to the crowd. And that's what you need to do too. Share that vision, all right, that task with close people to you. Share with them, get their buy-in, and it will help you. It will encourage you. They will often be the ones who will help you reach the multitude you want to reach. Most small businesses and even ministries that have become big had their friends and families as their first, and for a long time their only customers, audience, and partners. It was these disciples who then brought on board others. That's how things often multiply. Things often multiply organically. So share with those who love you, who believe in you, a small group of people, and they will help you share it to the multitude. That big vision that you have, right? Walk around it with the few people you have that believe in you. Very few they may be, but from there you will see that to be able to multiply to the big thing that you envisage. Let's continue from here next episode. Bye for now.
Thank you for your listening attention. Tune in again, same time, same station, for another episode of Wisdom for Living. You can connect with Pastor Feyi on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as Feyi Adesanya, and on YouTube at The Teacher Ministries. For partnership details and other inquiries, send an email to theteacherministries@gmail.com, theteacherministries@gmail.com, or call 070-555-20824. 070-555-20824. God bless you.